Welcome everybody to the Horror Trivia Challenge. I'm your host Hunter Chambliss, and tonight we have a battle of the 0 and 1s, and both of our competitors tonight have had a flush knockout. So this is going to be a very intriguing matchup as Kerri Webb takes on Steve Mesa. Guys, let's get into the introductions or the promos for this match right now.
Hey, this is your Scream Queen, Kerri Webb. Looking forward to playing this match against Steve Mesa. I've heard he's a pretty formidable competitor. And, I didn't have a chance to study for this, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm here to have fun. I love horror movies, so this is going to be a good time.
All right, guys, let's get into the introductions for this match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3-round match in the Horror Trivia Challenge. Introducing first, with a record of 1 win, 0 defeats, and 1 knockout, she is the Scream Queen, Kerri Webb.
Hello. Good, how are you?
I am doing fantastic. I have my Scream shirt on.
Nice. I got my Twin Peaks shirt on.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the rules for round number 1, which works like this is a speed round. 60 seconds on the clock to answer 8 questions, 4 from your strengths, 4 from Steve's strength. You have unlimited skips, so if you do not answer, you can pass it. If we have time at the end of all the questions, we will come back to all the skipped questions. You cannot use your extensions or your challenges in this round, and we'll come back in round number 2. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, we will start with the very first question, which is, who plays Carrie White in 1976's Carrie?
Sissy Spacek.
Who directed 2012's Sinister?
Pass.
What 2007 thriller has a lead performance by Shia LaBeouf?
Disturbia.
Who stars in the 2012 remake of Maniac?
Elijah Wood.
What year saw the release of the Psycho remake?
Pass.
Who plays R.L. Stine in 2015's Goosebumps?
Jack Black.
How many films are there in the Texas Chainsaw franchise?
Pass.
What Stranger Things star plays young Ziggy in Fear Street 78?
Sadie Sink.
Who directed 2012's Sinister?
Pass.
What year saw the release of the Psycho remake?
2000.
How many films are there in the Texas Chainsaw franchise?
Jesus. 9.
All right. That
Didn't have time to count. I'm going to count them now and think about whether that was right.
That is the end of your round number 1. We will take you out and bring your opponent right now.
So, I took care of business in my first week back here in the Horror Trivia Challenge. Looks like I have some tough competition ahead of me, but that's nothing that the Mesa media can take care of. I've heard about Kerri's vast knowledge of horror films, and she is, I heard, is a very fierce competitor, and I hope to match her. But when you match somebody, and they have the same amount of skills, there's some canceling out that goes on, and I'm not looking forward to be the one that's going to be canceled out by the end of the night.
And her opponent, also with a record of 1 win, 0 defeats, and 1 knockout, he is Steve Mesa.
And for Mesa media.
I'll explain to you how round number 1 works. Is a speed round. 60 seconds on the clock to answer 8 questions. 4 from your strengths, 4 from Kerri's strengths. You have unlimited skips, so if you do not know an answer, you can pass if we have time at the end of all 8 questions. We'll come back to all of the skipped questions. You cannot use your extensions or your challenges in this round. We'll come back in round number 2. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right, if you're ready, we will start with the very first question, which is, who plays Carrie White in 1976's Carrie?
Sissy Spacek.
Who directed 2012's Sinister?
Scott Derrickson.
What 2007 thriller has a lead performance by Shia LaBeouf?
Disturbia.
Who stars in the 2012 remake of Maniac?
Elijah Wood.
What year saw the release of the Psycho remake?
1998.
Who plays R.L. Stein in 2015's Goosebumps?
Jack Black.
How many films are there in the Texas Chainsaw franchise?
Skip.
What Stranger Things star plays young Ziggy in Fear Street 78?
Sadie Sink.
How many films are there in the Texas Chainsaw franchise?
9.
Alright, that is the end of your round number 1, and we will have a score update and a recap when we come back. Alright, guys, so I will go over the questions and the correct answers right now. Who plays Kerri White in 1976's Carrie Sissy Spacek? Who directed 2012's Sinister Scott Derrickson? What 2007 thriller has a lead performance by Shia LaBeouf? Disturbia. Who stars in the 2012 remake of Maniac? Elijah Wood. What year saw the release of the Psycho remake? 1998. Who plays R.L. Stein in 2015's Goosebumps? Jack Black. How many films are there in the Texas Chainsaw franchise? 9. And what Stranger Things star plays young Ziggy in Fear Street 78? Sadie Sink. So with that, Steve has a perfect 8 for 8 and will gain access to the bonus question. So you don't have to write it down, you can just say it. In the category of mixed bag, your question is, who plays Dr. Victor Stein in 1958's Revenge of Frankenstein?
Is it Peter Cushing?
That is correct for another point. Bringing you to 9. So at the end of round number 1, we have Stephen Lee with 9, Kerri behind with 6, but we still have a match as we go into round number 2, which works like this. Both Kerri and Steve have gave me either a horror director or a subgenre or a franchise in the world of horror. In order to get 4 points, you need the character, the actor, the movie, and the release year, each worth 1 point apiece. Whatever you miss, your opponent can steal for that amount of points, and I will let them know what they need to get in order to get those points stolen. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so since Steve is in the lead, he can choose to go first or defer to his opponent.
I would like to defer to my opponent.
All right,
Okay.
so your first category that you'll hear your quote from is The Conjuring 1 through 3. And your quote is, "The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil."
The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, 2021. I think this is Patrick Wilson playing Ed Warren.
That is correct for 4 points. Are you up to 10 points? And your second quote is in the Evil Dead franchise. This one's not as long as the other one, but your quote is, "Feast on this, motherfucker."
Evil Dead 2013. Jane Levy playing Mia.
That is correct for 4 points, bringing you up to 14 points. All right, Steve, are you ready for your first quote?
Ready?
In the category of Tim Burton, your quote is, we could have a life, we two. Maybe not like you remember, maybe not like I imagined, but we could get by."
I'm going to say this is Helena Bonham Carter, Mrs. Lovett, Sweeney Todd, 2007.
That is correct for 4 points. Bringing up to 13 points. And your second quote is in the category of the Scream franchise. And your quote is, "Yes, they're so mad. Please, it's not my fault. I'm just a dumb kid. I just wanted to be a part of something."
That's Amber Freeman, Mikey Madison, Scream, 2021. 22, excuse me.
You got 3. You got.
I did.
I give it to him.
You want to give it to him?
Yeah. There's no Scream 2020. I mean, we all know. It's
Okay,
good.
so
It's these years all blend together.
Appreciate
that's
it, Kerri.
correct. So, Brandon,
Those are
you
good
got-
picks.
So it's 14-17 at the end of round number 2. Going into round number 3, which works like this. I will bring up the wheel. Both Kerri and Steve will give me 2 movies to put on the wheel, and I have picked a 5th bonus movie, which is A Nightmare on Elm Street. I believe. I gotta be sure.
I hope so.
Yeah, this one is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, this one is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Alright, so we will start with the person behind, which is Kerri. We'll spin the board 3 times to bring up a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. You get it right, you gain those points. Nothing happens if you miss it, alright?
Alright.
Alright, so you are 3 points behind. So you can hit your 2. You can miss your 2 and hit your 3, and we'll pass it back to Steve. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to tell you what movies are on the wheel today. The movies on the wheel today are Halloween 78, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, The Omen 1976, and Get Out. These are all great movies. And your spin is in. Focus. There we go. Halloween 78.
Nice. I'll keep that.
Alright, keeping it for your 2-pointer. I forgot to mention they do get 1 repeat, but they cannot use it, or once they use it, they can't use it again. Alright, your 2-pointer in the category of Halloween 1978 is who plays Sam Loomis in this film?
Donald Pleasance.
That is correct with 2 points. Bringing you up to 16 points. Alright, are you ready for your 3-pointer to pass it back to Steve?
Yep.
Your spin is in. It lands on Jordan Peele's classic, Get Out, for 3 points. And keep it or spin again.
This is tough. I do really like this movie, but I didn't get a chance to rewatch it. I'll take it. I'll try see if my base knowledge is enough.
All right. So your 3-pointer in the category of Get Out is when Rod does research on Andre, he learns that Andre has been missing for how many months?
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe I made this one look too hard for a 3-pointer.
That's okay. 6 months.
That is correct for 3 points. Bring you up to 19 points. What a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
All right, Steve, are you ready for your first spin?
Ready.
The spin is in. It lands on the original, A Nightmare on Elm Street. We'll keep it or spin again.
Keeping it.
All right, for 2 points, your question in the category of Nightmare on Elm Street is, who plays Nancy's father, Donald Thompson, in this film?
John Saxton.
That is correct, 2 points. Bringing you up to 19 as well. We are tied, but since we are tied, we're going to stay with Steve for his 3-pointer to pass it back to Kerri for her 5. Steve, are you ready? Your spin is in. It lands on The Omen, 1976. You want to keep it or spin again?
Let me respin.
Ooh. Your spin is in. It lands on Dream Warriors.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, your 3-pointer in the category of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors is, what is the name of the youngest member of the Dream Warriors that is too traumatized to speak?
Joey.
That is correct for 3 points. Bringing you up to 22 points. Alright, Kerri, back to you for your 5-pointer. You get it right, we pass it back to Steve for his 5-pointer. You miss it, Steve wins by technical knockout. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
You do have 1 respin as well. Your spin is in. It lands on Dream Warriors. You want to keep it or spin again?
I'm going to spin again.
Alright. Your spin is in. Whatever it lands on, you must take. It lands on The Omen.
Finally got an Omen question.
All right. Hopefully, I've done well. I haven't watched this movie in so many years. Because when I first watched it, it creeped the fuck out of me. All right. To pass it back to Steve, your 5-pointer is: what is the full name, so any first and last, of the photographer that starts to investigate Damien in this film?
I know the last name for sure. Not 100% about the first name, so this might be wrong. I think it's Keith Jennings.
That is correct for 5 points.
Sunk in.
Bringing you up to 24 points. All right, Steve. You have no respins. Whatever it lands on, you must take.
Yep.
Unless it's the Omen.
This has been a good match regardless. So whoever wins comes out of this has been a good match regardless. So
I know. This has been great.
This is a great match. All right, Steve, are you ready for your 5-point spin? It's in. What will it land on?
There you go. Nice. More.
Dream Warriors. Your 5-pointer. Your 5-point question for the win is: what is the name of the hospital that Kristen gets sent to in this film?
Weston Hills.
And your winner, Steve
Mesa!
Bring you up to 27 points to 24. Yes, Weston Hills Psychiatric Hospital is correct. Steve, congratulations on your win. A very, very tough match a very great match, but very tough for both of you guys. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I over delivered and promised that I was gonna win. But I'm gonna give props to Kerri. She was a very tough competitor. I believe none of us got any questions wrong besides the opening round. We basically went like toe-to-toe after the second round. And I gotta say, it's really good to get a win. Not that it's not great to get a win over somebody knocking them out, but like to go toe-to-toe with someone who has a great brain with horror, just like Kerri. It's really nice to have somebody who can go toe-to-toe with you, and to squeak by with the win. It means a lot to me.
Definitely. You picked some very interesting movies on the wheel. I love all those movies. Any thought process about going for those particular movies? Are they ones you watched recently, or you just love those movies in general?
So I watched Dream Warriors recently because it was actually its 35th anniversary. Was it 35th? Yeah, 35th anniversary. Like 2 weeks ago. So I saw that and I'm like, oh, that's just fresh. So I've just put that as one of my picks. Get Out is one of the best horror films, if not one of the best films of 2010s. And actually, due to Kerri's recommendation, I actually just finished watching The Omen, and I had written Keith Jennings if she wasn't going to get that correct. So I was kind of like, please don't say it. I know you. And so I had it written down. I was ready to answer it because it was just it's fresh. Like I seen it only a couple of hours ago. Finished watching it a couple of hours ago, and no, I think I'm gonna stay with my strengths until they kind of failed me. If I from now on, if I don't, if I tend to do bad with it, I'll change one of them or two of them depending on what the situation is. But I think I'll be keeping my strengths for a while.
That sounds like a smart strategy. That is your winner, Steve Mesa. We'll be right back with a runner-up, the Scream Queen herself, Kerri Webb. What a fantastic matchup! You pretty much after round one, you were hanging in there with Steve. You answered your 2, 3, and your 5 all correct. You didn't miss one of them. Steve just got the 5-point answer right. But the fact that you came back from a 3-point, advantage from Steve to make it tied at one point was very impressive. How you feeling?
I feel great. That was a great match. I don't feel too bad about being done in by Sinister and Psycho. I think those were the two questions I got wrong. But just got to study up more on those general horror categories and not just my strengths. But it was a great match. It was fantastic. Steve was a great competitor. And it's just fun to go against someone and go that far, answer every question you can.
Exactly. So I saw that Steve picked more he picked one or two specialist strengths in round one, and you picked more general. For your next match, do you feel like you're going to more go into more franchises that you kind of know all the way, like an Evil Dead or things like that maybe you can answer a round one question on?
Yeah, I might do that. I think that's probably a pretty good strategy. I still like having some of the more general horror questions on there because just from a fun aspect, I think it's a little bit fun to kind of get something you're not expecting. But yeah, I think choosing maybe half and half, doing two general and two franchises might be a better way to go next time.
That's definitely a very smart strategy, one that I try to use. But guys, that has been your runner-up, the Scream Queen, Kerri Webb. We'll be right back at the desk. Guys, what an incredible matchup, back and forth the entire time. You guys did enjoy this match. Hit a like button, subscribe to Nerd Entertainment Network down below. You guys watching. We'll see you guys soon.
Yes, this is the Breakout Star Tournament match number 1 of round number 1 as Daniel Rahimi takes on Erick Moreno. So guys, let's get to the promo for this Breakout Star Tournament match right now.
What's going on, guys? This is Daniel Rahimi. It's my second year. I'm back from my first season, or from my second season, rather. Just can't wait to start this match. It's been a while since I played. I'm looking to, do some damage this year. So can't wait. I'm going for that gold. I'm going for that championship. So yeah, let's do this. I can't wait.
All right, a very determined Daniel Rahimi. All right, guys, let's get into the introductions right now. Introducing first, he is Daniel Rahimi. All right, man, I'll explain to you how this works. Round number 1 is a speed round. 6 seconds on the clock to answer 8 questions, 4 from your strengths, 4 from Erick's strengths. You have unlimited skips, so if you do not know an answer, you can pass it. If we have time at the end of all 8 questions, we will come back to all these skipped questions. All right?
All right.
You cannot use your extension or your challenges in this round. Then we'll come back at round number 2. If you are ready, we will start with the very first question, which is, what year saw the release of the Robin Williams movie Patch Adams?
1998.
Who voices Buddy Pine in 2004's The Incredibles?
I'll pass.
How many Oscars did Amadeus win?
6.
Who directed A View to a Kill?
Pass.
What 1995 film directed by Sam Raimi stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Gene Hackman?
The Quick and the Dead.
Who directed Alita: Battle Angel?
Robert Rodriguez.
Who composed the score for Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, and Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Pass.
Who plays Walter in 2002's Insomnia?
Robin Williams.
Who voices Buddy Pine in 2004's The Incredibles?
Pass.
Who directed A View to a Kill?
Pass.
Who composed the scores for Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, and Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Brian Tyler.
Alright, that is the end of your round number 1. We'll take you on and bring in your opponent right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Erick Moreno. I have 2 last names because I'm Mexican, but it's okay if they say any name, that's all right. I'm very excited to be here. I studied really hard in the very short time I prepared myself because I just graduated and all the stuff, but I'm ready to do this and let's go. Hope to make it far in this tournament.
And his opponent, he is making his debut in the movie trivia challenge, Erick Moreno.
Hi everyone.
All right, man. I'll explain to you how this works. Round number 1 is a speed round. 6 seconds on the clock to answer 8 questions. 4 from your strengths, 4 from Daniel's strengths. If you do not know an answer, you can pass. And with time at the end of all 8 questions, we will come back to all of the skipped questions. You cannot use your extension or your challenges in this round. They will come back at round number 2. Do you understand?
Yep.
All right. The clock will now start after I finish asking the first question, which is, what year saw the release of the Robin Williams movie Patch Adams?
Pass.
Who voices Buddy Pine in 2004's The Incredibles?
Craig T. Nelson.
How many Oscars?
No, never mind. Continue. Yeah.
How many Oscars did Amadeus win?
8.
Who directed A View to a Kill?
Go on. View to Kill. It's John Glenn.
What 1995 film directed by Sam Raimi stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Gene Hackman?
The Quick and the Dead.
Who directed Alita: Battle Angel?
Robert Rodriguez.
Who composed the scores for Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, and Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Alan Silvestri.
Who plays Walter in 2002's Insomnia?
Al Pacino.
All right, that is the end of your round number 1, and we will have a score update and a recap when we come back.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys, so we have a score of Daniel in the lead with 5, Eric behind with 4. Here is the answers to the questions. What year saw the release of the Robin Williams movie Patch Adams? 1998. Who voices Buddy Pine in 2004's The Incredibles? Jason Lee. How many Oscars did Amadeus win? 8. Who directed A View to a Kill? John Glenn. What 1995 film directed by Sam Raimi stars Leo and Gene Hackman? The Quick and the Dead. Who directed Alita: Battle Angel? Robert Rodriguez. Who composed the score for Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, and Avengers: Age of Ultron? Brian Tyler. Who plays Walter in 2002's Insomnia? Robin Williams. All right, guys. So it's 5-4 going into round number 2, which works like this. It is the movie quotes round. Both Eric and Daniel had given me 2, either actors, directors, franchises, or genres that they want to hear a quote from. In order to get 4 points, I need the character, the actor, the movie, and the release year, each worth 1 point apiece. Whatever you miss, your opponent can steal for that amount of points, and I will tell your opponent what they need in order to get those points stolen. All right? All right, so since Daniel is in the lead by 1 point, he can choose to go first or defer.
I will defer.
All right, so Eric, we will start with you with your first category.
Do you mind if I use the board for this one? Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
All right, so your first category is Quentin Tarantino. And your quote is, I know this is a silly question before I ask it, but can you Americans speak any other language besides English? There'll be 60 seconds on the clock as well. Very interesting here. Let's see if Eric can pull this. 40 seconds remaining. Alright. You have something right now?
Just missing one thing. Give me a second.
No worries.
Do I have to show you? It's just for me, or it's okay?
No. I mean, you can show me and tell me, or tell me, or.
All right.
15 seconds.
Okay, I can give you something. I'm gonna miss one just because I can't pull it. But I have Diane Kruger in Glorious Bastards 2009. That
is correct for 3 points. We're looking for the character name for 1 point steal.
Which actor did you say?
He said Diane Kruger in Glorious Bastards 2009.
Oh, okay. I think I might remember the last name. Hammersmark, something like that. Hammersmark.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, Hammersmith.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't think I would get it. I thought I mispronounced the. I didn't think I would get the pronunciation right.
Yeah, the last
All
name.
right, Eric. So your second series you picked was the Scream franchise. Speaking of, look at that.
Yeah.
And your quote is, "It's always some dumbass white movie about some dumbass white girls getting their white asses cut the fuck up."
Okay. Do I have any repeats?
Oh, yes, you do. You have 3 of them if you need to use them.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I use it? Can I use
Oh, yeah.
one?
All right, using your first one. In the Scream franchise, your quote is, "It's some dumbass white movie about some dumbass white girls getting their white asses cut the fuck up." One of my favorite franchises.
Yes.
Scream 5 just now eligible to be selected in the movie trivia challenge.
Yeah, that's what I read in the group. Yeah. Oh, I was like, watch that again.
5, 4.
Okay, I have Maureen Evans as Jada Pinkett Smith, is Scream 2, 1997.
That is correct for 4 points.
Yeah, oof. I was mixing it with Scream 3. I knew it was like, well, I got it right. Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so Eric has 11, and Daniel has 6. Daniel, are you ready for your first quote?
I'm ready.
In the category of the Dark Knight trilogy, your quote is, "Yeah, you got spirit, kid. I'll give you that. More than your old man, anyway. In the joint, Chill told me. He told me about the night he killed your parents. He said your father begged for mercy. Begged like a dog."
That is Batman Begins, 2005. Tom Wilkinson, Carmine Falcone.
That is correct for 4 points.
That's one of the steals, but I also recognize.
Daniel is up to 10, and Eric is at 11. Going into your final quote, which is in the category of Edgar Wright, one of my favorite directors working today. Your quote is, "Basically, you can't win this fight, so you better give up on this girl, because Todd's going to kill you." Daniel over here thinking really hard on this answer. Let's see if he can pull it.
Can I get a repeat?
Yes, you can. All right, so Daniel's also using 1 repeat. You both have 2 remaining. All right, in the category of Edgar Wright, your quote is, "Basically, you can't win this fight, so you better give up on this girl, because Todd's going to kill you."
Alright, I'm just gonna say, the World's End, 2013. Nick Frost.
That is all incorrect. Chance for a 4-point steal, Eric. And I can give you a free repeat on the quote if you need it.
Oh, yeah. That's the last one, so I'm going to use it.
All right, so your quote is in Edgar Wright. "Basically, you can't win this fight, so you better give up on this girl, because Todd's going to kill you."
Everything was wrong, right? Everything that Daniel said?
I'm sorry?
Everything was wrong.
Yes, everything was wrong.
Okay. I was also thinking the worst end.
Ten seconds remaining.
Hot Fuzz 2007, Simon Pegg, but I'm not really sure.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is Envy Adams, Brie Larson, Scott Pilgrim vs.
Yeah. That's right. I totally forgot about it. So thinking the Cornetto trilogy and Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim never crossed my mind.
One of my favorite movies from his. All right, so
Yeah, cool.
we have Eric at 11, Daniel with 10, going into the third and final round, which works like this. There are 6 movies on a wheel, 3 from Eric, 3 from Daniel. I will spin the wheel 3 times to bring up a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. You get it right, you get this points. That's what happens if you miss it, okay? We'll start with the person who is behind, which is Daniel for his 2-pointer. The movies on the wheel today are Mean Girls, Moneyball, Halloween 78, Shaun of the Dead, When Harry Met Sally, and The Terminal. Daniel, are you ready for your first spin?
Ready.
Your spin is in. And it lands on Shaun of the Dead. And I forgot to mention, you each have 1 repeat you can use for your 2, 3, or your 5, but you cannot use it if you use it again. You want to keep it or spin it in?
I'll keep it.
All right, so you're keeping Shaun of the Dead for your 2-pointer to knock it back to Eric. Your question in the category of Shaun of the Dead is, who plays Philip in this movie?
Bill Nighy.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah, sorry about that. I heard Eric there, so it's not for me.
All right, this one is for you, Eric, to knock it back to Daniel to give him his 3-pointer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your spin is in. And it lands on Moneyball. Keep it or spin again?
I'm going to keep it.
All right, you're going to keep Moneyball for your 2-pointer. Your 2-pointer in the category of Moneyball is, who plays baseball player Scott Hedberg in this film?
Chris Pratt.
That is correct for 2 points. Sending it back to Daniel.
Great film.
For his 3-pointer. All right, all movies are eligible. Daniel, are you ready for your 3-pointer?
Ready.
Spin is in. And it lands on When Harry Met Sally.
So this will be a 3-pointer. Okay. I'll take the respin.
You're going to take the respin. Okay. Your respin is in. You cannot use it for your 5-pointer, but it lands on Halloween 1978. All right. Your 3-pointer in the category of Halloween is, when Lori is talking with Tommy, she starts to read what story that Tommy says he doesn't like anymore?
The Boogeyman?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is King Arthur. All right, so we're going to stick with Daniel for his 5-pointer. Are you ready for your 5-point spin?
Ready.
Whatever it lands on, you have to take. And it lands on The Terminal.
All right.
The Terminal. Your 5-pointer in the category of The Terminal is, Victor returns luggage carts in exchange for quarters so he can buy food from which popular fast food restaurant?
Burger King.
That is correct for 5
That's
points.
correct. Yeah.
Bringing you up to 17 points. All right. Eric, you have to hit your 3 and your 5 to win. Are you ready for your 3-point spin?
If I get the 5-pointer and not the 3-pointer, I can pull it, or
Oh,
I have to
yes.
get
I'm
both?
sorry. I'm sorry. That is correct. I miscalculated that. All right.
That's it.
Your 3-pointer spin is in, and it lands on Moneyball again. And keep it spinning again.
I'm gonna keep it. see what happens.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of Moneyball is: what team beat the Oakland A's in the ALDS? And we're looking for both city and team name.
It's the Kansas City. No. Sorry, it's the Minnesota Twins.
That is correct for 3 points. Bringing you up to 16 points. What a back and forth match. All right, you have 1 respin available for your 5-pointer. Are you ready for the spin?
Yeah.
Your spin is in. It lands on Shaun of the Dead. You want to keep it or spin again?
I really like it, but I'm gonna spin again.
All right. Whatever it lands on, you must take, and it lands on Mean Girl.
Okay.
All right, your 5-pointer in the category of Mean Girls for the win. Your 5-pointer is: what city and state does Kate and her parents move to at the beginning of the film?
Can we swear? Yeah, sorry. Do I have 2 repeats, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Five, 4.
Repeat the question.
All right, you're repeating. You have 1 more remaining. In the category of Mean Girls for your 5-pointer, what city and state does Katie and her parents move to at the beginning of the film? Five, 4.
Last repeat.
All right, using your final repeat. Your 5-pointer in the category of Mean Girls is: what city and state does Katie and her parents move to at the beginning of this film? Five, 4, 3.
It's not it, but Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's wrong.
And your winner, advancing to the second round, Daniel Rahimi. The correct answer is
What's it?
Evanston, Illinois.
Illinois.
Evanston, Illinois.
Tough city to remember.
A score of 17-16, a 1-point game. Daniel, congratulations. You're moving on to round number 2. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. That was a good, intense match. Eric brought his A game, and I really didn't know what I was going to expect. So, yeah, it was a really fun match. So it's a good way to start off the season for me. Yeah, happy about this win. Can't wait to start the next match in the second round. So, yeah, this is a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. All right, that has been your winner. And moving on to the next round, Daniel Rahimi will be right back with our runner-up, Eric. Man, what an incredible match. A 1-point difference. How you feeling, man?
I'm going to kick myself all night. Mean Girls is my number 1 movie. I just wish my strategy worked today because I said I'm going to watch Daniel's movies because I'm sure I don't know anything about them, but I'm sure I know everything about my movies. And I was wrong. I wouldn't pull the 3-pointer that he got. That was I was captain. I don't know what. And Mean Girls is like the movie I watch the most every year, and I couldn't pull it. And I'm gonna keep myself. But I'm really happy that it was competitive. It was really fun. I just wish I remember Evanston, Illinois. Yeah, that's gonna torture me every October 3rd. I can tell you this.
Yes.
Full. I can tell you everything, but the city.
I mean, that's the great thing about being able to pick your strengths is you know what your opponents are picking, and you also know what movies you're picking. So it's that strategy of, should I watch the same movies I think I know, or should I study all on my opponent's strengths? Because you never know what questions are going to be asked, which is a great thing about this league, the way it's formatted.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like the format. Thanks for having me, Daniel. You got a pretty big win. It was really fun, and thank you for putting your movies because they were really good. I really like them. That's why I can pull 2 money questions. Not my movie, but that's all right.
All right, guys. That has been your runner-up, Erick Moreno. We'll be right back at the desk. All right, guys. If you did enjoy this very great match, hit the like button, subscribe to Nerd Entertainment Network down below. Thank you guys for watching. We guys soon.